You doing? It's Friday night here in my part of YouTube land, my corner, whichever word you want to say. Are all of you ready? What I'm doing, what I've got going on tonight? We've got another week worth of streams that are going to be concluding right here tonight for everyone to see. One more dance with everyone out there, all my freaks out there in my stream and on my channel, and all those freaks out there that I've been drawing all week long. Right here, we've got one, the one and only one I drew before many moons ago that I'm going to be drawing again for all of you to see. The one, the only, the gorgeous, the influential, the very, very form-fitting Barbarella, as seen here in a pose that was rendered from one of the publicity stills from one of the many, many, many bizarre and bizarrely sexy outfits that the title character of the film Barbarella wears throughout the movie. And I will show you a little bit of something that I received months ago over the summer when I first started talking about my comic project I'm developing called Intrepids, and referencing how it was something that is in the vein of Barbarella, along with the cerebral science fiction stories in such films as Star Trek: The Motion Picture, most especially. And it's this. This actually is a Grove Press special edition, cover price only $1.50. This was the original English translation of the Barbarella comic book from the 1960s, as written and drawn by Jean-Claude Forest, and I'm hoping I'm pronouncing that name correctly, because remember, it's French, so you never quite know how to pronounce it unless you look it up on the Google Translate or just simply type in how to pronounce and then put it in and hope you get a good result. See here, inside cover, simply Barbarella, and then once again, more Barbarella, except this time you got some little details here of Jean-Claude Forest / Grove Press Incorporated of New York. Nice little widespread, simple, minimalist wording. And let's see the copyright of when this is. Well, the first copyright you see here is 1966, and this is actually the second printing, where my thumb says right there, by originally published in Le Terrain Vague of Paris, France, 1964. So yes, this English translation is the 1966 copyright, but originally published in 1964 under Le Terrain Vague, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, through Jean-Claude Forest. Yes, since that is something that he did, that's something that he created, and the publishing industry of comics in France and Europe and the Franco-Belgian comic book world, it's a given, like an author of a novel, that the rights of that creation go to the author as opposed to the American comics. That's a massive, massive difference between them. And this was the very beginning of the sort of a whimsically erotic sci-fi adventure, as you can no doubt tell from one of the different outfits that Miss Barbarella wears throughout the film. One skimpy, gorgeous, and very memorable, although not the one I drew from this publicity photo. And on the back, to show you what exactly was going on and what audience this comic was appealing to by making a feature film out of it, as well as, the publishing the source material in America, let's see what the top quote says. We go to see there a translation by Richard Seaver, a name I don't recognize, but two art forms, the comic strip and the female nude, one only half a century old and the other an hour older than human history, come together with a bang in Barbarella, lushly imagined and liquidly drawn. Liquidly, I'm not sure if that's actually a word. I have to look that one up in the Scrabble dictionary. Drawn by French painter Jean-Claude Forest in his blend of sensuous science fiction and witty mythology, luminous hallucination, and perverse melodrama, Forest has achieved a mutation of the imagination. He has created Barbarella in the very apotheosis of eroticism. Of course, that quote from Playboy. You can definitely tell by that quote in the audience of what Barbarella is going to be appealing to, especially with some pages like this. Mostly black and white with some weird little monochromatic tinges of color. Like here we've got a kind of dirty, washed out yellow, but just look at that one there. And the heaving breasts like she's Marie Antoinette or coming straight out of a Jane Austen novel. And there's another one there. Ooh. How is that bra even held together? Looks like those handprint bra that Sable used to wear with WWF back in the day, when she came out to the ring in a big potato sack, and then she ripped the sack off, and she had nothing but panties and black paint handprints covered as a bra. What else we've got? Oh, there's a another outfit, which she's actually undressing to the point where just the hands covering the breasts right there. That's what we got. That's what we deal with. And the lush liquidly drawn, we've got a liquidly drawn rocket patch right here with a man with bunny ears. There's another panel where we see more clearly the man with bunny ears. There he is climbing out of the rocket with her, and there she's apparently nothing but a swimsuit and the dawn up there of the space city we're going through. And in all this talk, we've got some people coming into the chat. That's good. Everyone in the chat right now, introduce yourselves. Those who haven't already, just let them come in. And those new viewers out there who are watching and haven't subscribed, then yes, stick around and please subscribe. And for the next hour, we're all going to be here as I go through some of this, as well as drawing the little Barbarella right there myself. Yes. She has the kind of cockle shell about her. The opening theme song to the movie, it's dedicated to the title character, but I can't quite recognize all of the lyrics for myself. But let's see what else we've got in there. Nice little dark kind of forest, just silhouette. In that case, a little example of one of the 22 panels that always work. Silhouette as example. Or I think maybe a 23rd panel for right there, heaving breasts. What else have we got? Here's a little example of some more aliens instead of just sexy lady. Some kind of mastodon or maybe a moose, some kind of space moose with all these antlers going in all these different directions. It looks like some kind of deformity or disease, honestly. Got the square jaw looking spaceman there. And we got more Barbarella here in her little Skippy outfit, being called a wench as they slap the laser gun out of her hand. I always got another nice one up there of the dry. Are these dry heaving breasts or wet heaving breasts? I think that they're dry. Let's see what else. Oh, and we don't see her fully naked like we do see her fully naked in the movie. The legendary opening of Barbarella the film has this little lady right here, starting off fully covered in a completely body covering spacesuit like this one here, only for the music to suddenly swell into a more cheerful tone when she takes off the gloves and we see gorgeous feminine hands. And then the whole opening credits takes place over a legendary Jane Fonda in her prime, stripping off into completely nude onto the entirely fur interior of her spaceship. Fur floors, fur walls, even a fur ceiling. And when the head of the galactic organization that she's an officer for calls her, she just simply takes her alert, takes her knowledge about the mission she's being assigned, all while being completely naked, only for her then to go walk behind a screen and come back out wearing this little number with the plastic breast armor under sheer body stocking and this little corset with these little go-go dancer kind of boots she's wearing. And this little space gun here she's carrying. But yeah, and the little device here that she's wearing. You get another shot here in this picture where my thumb is the universal translator that she can set up to speak in any alien language, which, okay, that's enough effort when it's answering some questions or plot details about, well, how's she going to be able to speak, as opposed to the Doctor Who going for years without explaining it, and then eventually they came up with something about the TARDIS having a function to read or see any language. And Star Trek, I still don't think they have. They have the universal translator, and only in one episode of The Next Generation I've seen did they ever change the details, or that there was a species that did not clearly translate what they were saying. We get a nice another naked lady shot there. Isn't that lovely? We got a lot of meowing from Relentless in the chat. Yes, one of my regular viewers and subscribers, Nick, was not able to. He's not able to attend these Friday night streams, but he is so generous enough as to actually always give us a nice little hello and see you next week in the chat. Right around the time I launch my streams, which I usually get this stuff ready at 7:30 and then get out in there. I also got Vicky T had a nice little smiley face emoji, but we haven't seen her in the stream since. She actually was the first one to lay out a message, but that could have been another preemptive message. But where is she since then? So she's always welcome in the streams. Her and also newer subscribers like Warrior and Ryan Howell, as well as Nkosi Gardir. Although Nkosi is the kind who prefers to just show up in the middle of a stream without context instead of starting from the beginning and hoping he catches some insane story I'm saying. And here's We got some more details of what look like bats, big winged creatures. Although if you notice here with Barbarella and the source material, the film does a much better job at giving her, whimsically sexy, outlandish costumes. With here, it seems not much, just like a sports bra with those kind of, I would say, pants with all these striations in them, but nothing really else beyond that. Like it doesn't really go to town with what what her space clothes look like. With my comic intrepids, the three beautiful buxom science heroes that are the title characters, you'll see them in various, high an attempt at high fashion looking spacesuits, the like the Barbarella costumes, the somewhere of Versace and outer space. Here's one. We've also got people talking about other things that Miss Jane Fonda here starred in, like the film Barefoot in the Park, which I've heard of but never seen. Before Barbarella. She also was in she played a sexy cowgirl in the film Cat Bayou, which of course I did enjoy that immensely. Here we got the monochromatic coloring change from this dirty kind of yellow to this kind of a violet, which, yes, I don't know why they do that, but from just one random color to fill up some area of the frame, and then the rest is still black and white. Strange printing error. But then again, remember, this was only $1.50 back then, so I'm guessing that was a concession they made to the printing to keep it only $1.50 for all those gentlemen out there who wanted this alongside their Playboy copy. That I no doubt Playboy had some kind of Barbarella themed photo spread or some article promoting the film when it was coming out, because come on. They got the Playboy quote right on the back, and the film itself was directed by Jane Fonda's husband at the time, who was also somebody that old Hef really, really loved, Mr. Roger Vadim, who after this directed a film called Pretty Maids All in a Row, which was almost a feature-length commercial for a cinematic photo spread for Playboy magazine, so much that there actually was a tie-in Playboy photo spread for the film, since many current and past Playmates were appearing in the film. And fun fact, it was a film written and co-produced by Star Trek creator Gene Roddenberry, and is literally the only screenwriting credit that Gene Roddenberry has outside of the Star Trek franchise. Look that up. Yeah. Yes, and of course, Christopher now wants to everyone to know why he prefers Peter. Well, okay. Peter as in Jane Fonda's brother, Peter. Yes, both of them were the children of Henry Fonda, who was a major star of the 1930s. Look up the film The Grapes of Wrath. That's the one film of his I can name off the top of my head. And then they both were Hollywood royalty. They came in and, no, except, the combination of because a body like that, a famous last name, and the willingness to sleep with directors. I wonder how she became such a star. I'm pretty sure it wasn't her way with her portrayal of O'Neill. I'm pretty sure she wouldn't know Ibsen from a hole in the ground. What else we go? But that much is obvious. Of course, we get some bit of her space clothing being torn with the one breast hanging out. Although they go and give her some new wraps, and she gets it all wrapped up there. And conveniently there, another rear shot where a new spacesuit with a bit of purple tinge in there. Another day, another redwood, says Mildred. She seems to be enjoying the sight of all these space ladies here. Since I've got both of my fabulous felines in this stream tonight, that's very much a comfort. This, yes, Relentless and Mildred, that they're the lady tag team pair in my streams that my one viewer, Christopher, always loves to call them the fabulous felines. What else we've got? There's another one. I'm just looking for nudie shots. Yes, a science fiction nudie cutie. Ask your grandparents what a nudie cutie was. Before pornography was illegal, they had these films that would be made, these independent films made that would always take place at some kind of nude beach or nude pool, and they were called nudie cuties, where you could just look at, all the pretty naked ladies, but it was at a nude beach or some kind of, nude resort, so it was okay to look at them. Yeah, that's that's how desperate we were to see the naked people in movies before they just started legalizing porn and just started, paying the actresses the big bucks so that they could go and strip while hovering around in a spaceship. see what else we got. Oh, now we're into the mint green portion of the comic. This looks like a combination of either double mint or the Hess gas station logo. I'm looking at a science fiction comic that's invoking thoughts of a gas station. There's the blind angel that this blind angel character who actually was featured in the film. Yes, that's not the most ripped looking detail. Oh, hey, now someone new in the stream. She was the first one to talk, and now she's saying hello again. We got a hello from Vicky T. Yes, we saw she was the first one to come on in, so that's nice. If you notice, I'm not sure if you've ever heard of her there, Vicky, but this is who I'm drawing tonight. Yes, the sexy science fiction comedy from the 60s that was based on this little French comic book. It was a Hollywood science fiction film from a French comic book and a French director who conveniently was married to Miss Jane Fonda at the time. So that's where we get an illustration like this that I'm doing tonight. And also, we've got Relentless saying hello to Vicky in the stream. Yes, everybody loves Vicky in these streams. We've got some more. And Christopher also would like to say that we've got he likes to wear a pointy bra sometimes. And oh yes, and Christopher is still angry about Vicky winning the Depraved Story contest that we were holding all throughout November. And the story contest ended with her winning 3 pieces, 3 illustrations, and 3 drawings for free because she's been a regular subscriber, regular viewer, as well as both purchasing my artwork and commissioning me for artwork. So, that and her winning the story contest, that having the most depraved story, that's where we came in and decided to say hello and send it to her. I think I've seen her. I don't really know her. Is what Vicky has to say about Barbarella here. Well, this was a film that that shows you the difference between how my father viewed looking at pretty naked ladies in movies and how my mother did. Because this was a film my father was perfectly all right with me watching when I was 7 on the USA Network. And yes, it's a film that I actually appreciate the film's honesty. It throws down the gauntlet in the beginning. It's a science fiction film that's meant to be, that's meant to be sexy and meant to be silly because it opens with a ridiculous-looking bad special effect of a spaceship, and then a lady stripping off her big, cumbersome NASA-looking spacesuit to, let us all hover on her naked body as she's smiling away. Only for then the credits to end, and suddenly she's all around her nuclear orange shag carpeted spaceship. Yes, I mentioned before, nuclear shag carpeted walls, floors, and ceiling. Hence the thumbnail for the stream. Yes, that's the inside of her spaceship, and that's the first costume she wears. She wears this one later on, and there's another one she wears where conveniently the midriff gets ripped up so you can see her abs, or the slight tone to the stomach, but not exactly. She's, as you can tell, she's not exactly ripped. And yet, famously, after her film career waned, she wound up becoming a rich off in the back of aerobics and instruction videos. And then those waned in popularity, so she married Ted Turner. And you can actually, for all my wrestling fans out there, you can see Miss Jane right here in the front row of some WCW events with her then husband Ted Turner there. And oh yeah. Well, can you imagine Macho Man Randy Savage showing up, seeing her there? I see you got a little bit of a. Oh, I see my billionaire Ted. He went up there in outer space and he brought back something for me. He brought back Barbarella. Oh, yeah. Because me and Miss Elizabeth, we have a little bit of an arrangement where we're faithful, but unless there's a lady who would like to grease the wheels of the macho madness, she's perfectly fine with sharing my bed. And I'd like nothing more tonight than to share my bed with the one and only Barbarella. Oh, yeah. Snap into it. With all that talk, I think that's enough now. So we're going to go in and actually get going on drawing this. And on top of all that, Relentless simply says timeless. Yes, the film came out in 1968, according to Mildred, and Relentless thinks the film was timeless. Here's one. Ricky has another thing to say about her depraved story. The old lady squirting diarrhea and using kitty litter to dry it so we could clean it up better story was absolutely true. Unfortunately, caregiving has its gross moments. Yes. Yes. That tends to happen. But I think that's why I would say for those out there who are caregivers, okay, you know, you that's a dirty job, and somebody's got to do it. You went and are going in there to do it. That's why actually I respect caregivers more than I respect Hollywood actresses. Honestly, you know, between what you have to say and what you're doing with your life versus, you know, this lady going from a movie like this to, you know, marching on Washington and doing a little fight the power fist while she's getting a glorified photo op of an arrest. I'll stick with the caregiver who literally is mopping up shit as somebody who deserves respect, who has my sympathies. There we go. And now, of course, we're going to start with this one. And yes, Christopher, we know that your Bangkok transsexual story was true, but still, that was, you know, you chose to go there to Bangkok with those people. That was an elective act of sex tourism. This was something she had to deal with as part of her lot in life, as part of her career. So yeah, that's you know, if only for that being such an example of the kind of dirty job that they would have, that they ought to show on that dirty jobs show they used to have on Discovery Channel. That's a show. Yep. I fully agree. That is a dirty job. A dirty job that must be saluted. And I salute you. Since you can't really see my face, I'll just salute you this way. Got the jawline there. All right, now we're going to move down. Actually, yes, the plastic breast armor she's wearing over the sheer stocking bodysuit and her little corset here is layered. It's different kinds of layers. So let's see which kind of pen line we're going to do. Let's go with the number 2 for this one. Yes. Okay. Ooh. And now here as well. Uh, nice, nice, nice. Now here we got the one around her left breast, and now the right one. Slice, 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 yeah. Slice, 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 yeah. Nice, nice, nice. Yes, don't worry, remember, this is plastic, and she's wearing a sheer body stocking underneath, so we're going to be seeing her, we're going to be seeing some breasts tonight, yes. We'll be seeing some breast visible through a sheer top. Just, but then, or else, as Kendall Jenner calls it, Tuesday. So, now we're going to go in this way. Whoa. Nice. Now let's go with the number 1 for the striations on the breastplate. Yes, the plastic breast armor. As we'll reiterate, yes, it is plastic breast armor. And now we got the next one. Yes, this requires precision and patience. Rendering a gorgeous space babe's breasts takes patience, much effort, as well as copious detail. Right there. Now this one too. And this one as well. Yeah, we're gonna have some line work to fix later on. Go back to the 2. Where's the 2? There's the 2. Okay, and that's the one side there. Now we got this side here. Nice, isn't it? Now, And there. Doesn't she have beautiful breast armor? Or as Mildred calls it breastises. For the for the ladies out there in the stream, do you think this is good breast armor? I definitely screwed up some of the line work in here. We're gonna have to fix that. First, we're gonna have to go and erase all the pencil marks around it. There we go. And up there too. There we are. We're gonna have to fix the rest of them later as that dries. Now, back up to here, 0.2 for the little next section of her armor. Nice, nice. I mean, Vicky says it looks nice. And what do we do? What do you wear? You have a window crank in your pocket? No, I do not have a window crank in my pocket. Don't think it would protect her from an arrow, but it looks fabulous, says Vicky on those part. Yes, well, remember, this is the costumes she was wearing were meant to look, they were more meant to be a silly kind of sexy, the something you'd see in some kind of weirdo space fashion magazine, so some kind of space themed spread from a fashion magazine. Like, you see, I think I saw something around the time that movie Valerian came out. They did one of those high fashion mags did one with Cara Delevingne where they had her wearing some kind of weird looking silver breastplate armor thing like this. Yeah, just to give you that kind of perspective. So that's what I'm aspiring for with my comic I'm developing, Intrepids, would be to have similarly memorably gorgeous outfits on the ladies for them to wear as they're traversing into the sun. Now we're just going to go and make those mistakes by going in here with some lines to give it a bit of texture. Yes, comic sexy is a real thing, says Vicky. And on Fridays, you ladies can all just call me Christine, says Christopher. Okay. Because apparently it's Feline Friday, according to Christopher. Okay. Now, what else we're going to get in there? All right, here. Now, what else we getting? Oh, right, yes, 0.3. The underside, yes, this perspective, we're seeing her under boobs. And through here. Oh, yes, that's looking very nice. I think I expanded the width of her hips there on as opposed to the pencils. So now we're going to go in and do the full line with this. Gorgeous. Got the other little strap up in here too. Nice, nice, nice. Beautiful. Ah, good. And now in here, get that arm, move it up. Move it up, move it up. Yes, just like WrestleMania. Now, there we go. And remember, talking about movie star body, not athletic body. So, yes, slim arms, no definition. Here's one. We also got now recommendations on who's drinking what during the stream. We've got a Patron of, Mildred's out of Patron. She's going with boxed wine. And Relentless, what she's got there, as always, what she's saying, be a sport, drink Merlot. And Christopher, all he has is his Shivas. Okay. Well, so now we wonder whether or not Vicky's out there, if she's joining in on the drinking party here in my stream or not, because it became a place for people to start drinking while they're watching me, but I never instigated that. I just started drawing a drinking kind of crowd. And the day I'll figure out how that happened and why that happened, I will then explain it to you. But until then, we got this arm to fix. Right there. Subtle. Simple. New print, yellow. Different. Oh, yes. And it's the choice of a new generation. It's like people only do stuff because they get paid. And that's just really sad. Covered in Reebok. And here we go. 1, 2, 3. Here's one. Another comment from Vicky. It's nice to watch how your art style grows over time. Well, I sincerely thank you for that, Vicky. I draw some kind of finished piece of artwork to try and sell or promote every single day, and just by attrition, the more you work on that, then you ought to be improving. Because if not, then that means that you've got something fundamentally wrong with your own two hands, and you should either change your method or find another endeavor to get yourself involved in. I mean, that's why I'm merciless with my Instagram posts, where I'll look over my Instagram profile, and the more I look back at the older art posts, I'll just delete them. Whether or not that artwork is sold or not, or if it's just something that does not fit the aesthetics of what I'm trying to develop, I'll just delete them, delete them, delete them. And I've even considered doing something really radical and doing a video where I would take a whole pile of artwork of mine that has not of older unsold artwork of mine and just destroying it as a video, just tearing it all up, just showing you all the pieces right there for everyone to see. And maybe doing a follow-up video to that where I would take all those shredded up pieces of artwork and make some kind of a little collage piece out of that. But that's the kind of extreme measure I'm willing to go for always developing my work. And Relentless wants to know, Christopher, what were you robbed from? Now, 6 pieces of artwork, were they really that valuable? And Christopher also wants to know if anybody's tried Proper 12. There was a... What else? Vicky says, I don't drink around my grandmother. Very occasionally had a single glass of when out of the house, but never around her. Will happily wave the stay hydrated flag, though. Okay. Christopher thinks, oh, it's okay, Vicky. We'll make it up for you. Yes. I've always been much more interested in clarity of line work than I have been in meticulous, cross-hatching or intense rendering of shadows. That's just me. I think that's why the pinup artists like J. Scott Campbell and Frank Cho and Adam Hughes are the ones I've really gravitated to, because they're the ones that saw clarity of design and the pose, and making the figure clear to see as well as attractive to want to see. That's and yes, part of these boots are translucent, so that's why you see the back of the legs going into the shoe themselves. Because now we're gonna move up a bit, and the round the clock improvement. Remember, that's why the banner, I haven't changed the banner. I haven't been able to properly change the banner on my YouTube, on the channel here, as well as my online art store. But my Instagram, my Twitter I did officially change last 2 weeks ago. I did change the header of my channel. Now it says what I promised it would: attitude plus ruthless aggression equals success. And yes, self-improvement, developing our artwork to the professional level, really does require ruthless aggression. It's the quality you need to have. Ruthless aggression. To quote to quote Vince McMahon in the speech, the promo that announced the beginning of a new era for WWE after he bought his competition. That he was describing himself as the quality it took for him to be the king of professional wrestling in America. It required ruthless aggression, and he had all the wrestlers on his roster surrounding him, and he would ask them, "What's how many of them out there? How many of them on his roster? How many of them on his card have that quality of success? Have the quality to make it to the top of the promotion? How many of them have ruthless aggression?" Which was the era of what WWE did from 2002, from that promo up to the death of Chris Benoit. It was and yes, some Mildred's bring it up there. The ladies I draw, the Luke's luscious ladies, and I will eventually restructure. I restructured my online store and eliminated all of the pen and ink drawings categories to my in the store, as well as adding the sketchbooks to my store. And I started the sketchbooks category with 5 sketchbooks, and Relentless there bought all but one of them. The volume 1 of this year's daily sketchbook is the only one left for sale in my store. 25 plus shipping and handling. And it will take in the middle of January, I will have my Friday art uploads, time lapse uploads. I do the copying out of art instruction books, figure drawing books, and all that. That sketchbook will be done by mid-January, so that will be posted to the store. And of course, New Year's Day, I will have uploaded to the store the 2020 Volume 2 sketchbook, which I have right here for you to see. Yes, this is what it looks like. Here's a little sample. What's in there? Not posted for sale yet, but no. A donation of $50 to my online store will get you this sketchbook before it's finished, and I will then mail it out to you when it is done. So you say, well, yes, Christopher, that's what you say. Handle you for 25. But what else we got here? Remember just the earlier page, if I could find it again, of one I did. That actually was a piece of Barbarella herself. I copied out of there. Yes, that Barbarella right there, which was a sketch I did of the pose here from this photograph. And thank you, Relentless, for saying this is beautiful. So, got a nice little Wonder Woman there with her pose. Superman there. There's an early Danger Girl I did. Love the sway of those hips. There's a Spider Woman eye. Oh, no, there's a lady. And she naughty. And there's only another 12 days worth of pieces here to do. And yes, today's sketchbook piece was another one of Barbarella. From there down to what we've got right here, right now. Now we're going to go back out to, let's see, 2.5 for the contours of her feet here. Yes, Christopher, your fetish will be satisfied. We're now doing the lady's feet. Eventually, I might do a piece of Betty Page, and I'll put her in those big lace-up boots, or I would prefer to draw her naked, but that's just, I know that's not one you would prefer. There we go. And now, oh. 0.3, the thinnest pen line we have to do the stripe down her lace of her shoes here. Downward stroke. The thinner the line, the more careful you have to be with the direction of the pen stroke. Gently there. And now here, we're going to get some there we go. Nice. Up here with the good one. Now we're going to move on up, doing the navel. Visible navel there. There we go. Nice. And in here. Wow. Nice little detail here around her stomach. Make it visible, make it gorgeous. Now what else are we gonna do? Oh, over here. Another extra layer to her her breast armor. Yes. Try getting mad at her, Anita Sarkeesian. I dare you. Oh, Christmas tree. Oh, Christmas tree. I'd love to see Barbarella naked under my Christmas tree. I'm probably not the only guy who's ever thought of that, but probably the first since somewhere in the 1970s to imagine wanting Barbarella naked under my Christmas tree. Remember, she's a future babe, you know. It's a future of free love and of a hovering around nude on your spaceship. Oh, wow. Getting details in there. I got a little bit of an LOL talk there from Vicky. I wonder if that was my comment about Barbarella here naked under my Christmas tree. And Christopher says from 1968, he would have preferred Dave Draper over Jane Fonda. All right. And also, Mildred thinks that the wine is so much easier to chug. So Relentless says, thank God it's Friday. Well, Friday, Monday, either way, I don't drink. So that's all on you to say which day you would prefer. Yes, sober as a judge. Which means somehow I've got all the drinkers on YouTube to gravitate towards me. If the critical drinker starts showing up during these streams, do not be surprised. Just as a fair warning. If what else we got in here? All right. There. And there. Get this fixed. Now, where are we going to go? Oh, yes. There we go. Nice. Got those two fingers out there. Could probably draw her that way if you wanted. Not sure how well you are drawing at drawing trees, says Vicky. Well, maybe I'll make that a Christmas card of it'll be Barbarella naked under a Christmas tree. That could be. I know some people that would appreciate that. I think now you just, I do know someone I would illustrate a Christmas card for. For all you know, that's going to be the one I'm. Now I figured out what it is I'll draw. A nude Barbarella under the Christmas tree. Uh, there we go. Gotta fix the eyes. I used to be very strict about my rule about rendering the face first. There we go. But I know you draw women fairly well, and who would look at the Christmas tree when she's there to see right under it? Well, yes, that is actually a good question. Who would care about the tree if there's a naked Barbarella crouched under it? I certainly wouldn't be paying attention to the tree. Maybe she's a nude, but for a Santa hat. It's Merry Christmas from the 45th century to from Barbarella to you. What else we got? Well, of course, Christopher is now voicing his dissent against getting a nude Barbarella under his Christmas tree. Well, then okay, then we won't get you one. And for customer service, and if you're one customer that wouldn't want a nude Barbarella under your tree. Now let's see. Gotta write the wrist in there. Now let's get this one. There we go. Nice. There we go. And there we go. And now here. Yeah. Yes. Naked space lady. Send him a drawing of feet. I think that was his kink, says Vicky. Yes, yes. Maybe a lady's feet, just a lady's bare feet for Christopher. That's what I'll draw. I'll send him a Christmas card of that. That just might be what gets him happy tonight. Happy for a Merry Christmas for him. Let's see, 005, 0.5. Here we go. Yes, this one here. Okay. Where else? One more big hair detail up in there. And there we are. Time to do the gun that she's holding. Yes, a very hippie future, but she does need guns once in a while. Hmm. And now up here. Yeah. Do you think Arnold would appreciate Barbarella nude under his Christmas tree? As Mildred says, she's read somewhere that guys with anybody with a foot fetish saw their parents' bare feet, or like guys with foot fetishes, they saw their mommy's bare feet. Okay, I wouldn't know about that. I never saw my mother barefoot. Now here we are. What we are going to do here is render the space lady. It's a nude space lady. Do you agree with that, Louis? Yes, yes, you do. We're going to have the space lady here. She's going to be very naked and very sexy. Yes, yes, we're going to do that. We're going to do it the Arnold way. It will be a super success. It will be super smash. Ah! Yes, Arnold. Arnold. He is the Austrian Elmer Fudd. Right now, I brought up Arnold, so now that means Christopher's angry. He thinks Arnold's a termite. And Christopher also agrees with the response. 1000%. Yes, Christopher wants a lady's feet for Christmas. A Christmas card from me of ladies' feet. So, what else we got to do this one with? Okay, right there. Wallop. Slam. Whoa, down there. And now over here. Nice rendering, isn't it? Now let's get out this and do one more little piece. Got their mouth here to do. Yeah. Whoa. This piece. Eraser. Do you like to party? I like to party. Why? Because I'm Arnold and it's Christmas time. And when it's Christmas time, Arnold parties. Yes, I party. Do you? Do you party like Louis or Franco? Right? Do you party? I party when I feel the pump. When I get the pump, it's like sex with a woman and coming. I get the feeling of coming when I'm pumping up backstage. I get the feeling of coming when I'm at the gym. I get the feeling when I'm coming at home. I mean, I am coming day and night, and that's great. Yeah, yeah, oh. You have marshmallow arms. Look at you. I thought you were trained to be hardcore Terminators, but look at you. You look like little termites. Oh yes. I wish I had a piece of bread to spread that buttock over. Well, isn't that special? Mm-hmm. Named after the Mother of our Lord, but doesn't quite live up to the same standard now, does she? Her bulbous buttocks gyrating around the stage for everybody to listen. Satan, get out of his buttocks! Get out of Rob Lowe's buttocks, Satan! Do you agree? Yes, church lady may have another. Oh, yes. Who said I'm fair? Oh, oh. Let's just get that up a little more. And now, Rainer Wolfcastle's on the set of his new movie, Saving Irene Ryan. Put me down, you old varmint. Put me down. Lady, don't hurt me. I'm trying to save you. There. Yes, the stair. I was lifting weights. Ah. My motto. Christopher has a simple motto for Christmas. He says that it's putting in and putting out. You mean pudding coming out or pudding out with T's? That's pudding with two T's. It's Christopher's referring to man pudding, of course. Yes, but isn't he always referring to man pudding? I think we have a man who needs an intervention on his addiction to man pudding. So, and at least reduce your intake of man pudding to at least once a day. So a more healthy amount. It's not addictive at that point if it's just a one a day habit. One a day man pudding from Pfizer. Side effects may include diarrhea, nausea, headache, decrease in semen, hallucinations, homicidal thoughts or tendencies, suicidal thoughts or tendencies, hair loss, castration, and of course, anal leakage. When did pills start giving everybody a decrease in semen? When did that side effect come around? How do you measure for a decrease in semen? I didn't know that you actually measure the semen sample itself, not just the sperm count. But then again, I don't work for Pfizer, so. And Vicky says, nice voice acting. Well, that's good. Thank you. That is I do my best to be the superstar that you, as fans of Arnold, deserve. You deserve nothing but the best when you are there for the name of Arnold. Okay? And with that, we have ourselves a finished Barbarella. Tell me what you think in the chat and in the comments below. And if you want to buy this piece before it's posted for sale, all you got to do is follow the link in the description below to my Square store. That's the first link in the description. Make a donation of $30 if you live in the US or $50 if you live outside the US, and I will mail this out to you to enjoy. You can also commission me for pen and ink illustrations like this. They are $50 a piece plus shipping in my store. Commissions are the last item available for sale in my pen and ink illustrations categories. Besides that, there's also the sketchbook category that has one sketchbook left there for you to buy, and there also are color drawings available for sale, such as this one I did earlier of Barbarella. A custom donation of $30 American or abroad will get you this sent off to you before I post it in my store. And a custom donation of $60 American or abroad will get you both this color of Barbarella and this one here too. Now, besides all of that, thank you all for watching tonight. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Those are also linked below. And if you would like to, make sure I have a Merry Christmas, you can make a purchase from my Amazon wish list. That is the fourth and final link below. Thank you for your compliments from Vicky. She says it's beautiful, as well as Chris has her imagining Gomez kissing Morticia's feet on the Addams Family now. I'm sorry about that one, Vicky. Besides all of that, tomorrow night, 10 p.m. Eastern. No, tomorrow night at 7:30 p.m. Eastern, I will be posting a new video exploring the depths of downtown Detroit. So thank you all for watching out there. And of course, as always, see you, Space Cowboy.